Hey there, welcome to listen to my channel. Welcome to your next 3 months. Technically, it's 9 weeks. I'm gonna be honest. It's your next 9 weeks. But your next 3 months, sure. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. This is the Tarot Grand Lux. And this is the Truth Tarot. Is it? The Heart Intuitive Tarot. Is that what it's called? Wild. The True Heart Intuitive Tarot. LOL. I'll see you in your pile. Timestamps are in the description box below. Leave me a comment to see how this energy is different or similar to where you think you're headed. All right? See you in your pile. Pile 2. We are using the Tarot Grand Lux. I love this deck and I'm so glad it wanted to play. I wanted to use some other decks that I haven't really used, but I moved by feeling. And these are the decks that wanted to show up. So, your next 3 months, but really your next 9 weeks from watching this video. For some of you, you may be watching for your previous 9 weeks. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. So if this reflects or tells a story of where you've been, then perhaps watch a different pile or listen carefully for reflection points and seeing parts about your previous weeks that maybe you consciously didn't see or consciously missed. That could be very interesting. All right. Spirit, what's in store for the next 9 weeks of the person watching this? My Lumi. What's coming? Okay, yeah. So you have the King of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Wands, I love this deck, wow, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like you are quite potentially ignoring someone. I'm going to say a bunch of things here, okay? You might be ignoring someone or pushing someone to the side. The King of Wands has been really showing up as someone who's just unsavory in our lives. Someone who we can, quite frankly, do without. Someone who might be doing too much in our energy field. This could also be us, right? Our excuses, our inability to move, our stagnant creativity, our stagnant energy, our stagnant motivation, our stagnant inspiration, our stagnant creativity, did I say that already? Our stagnant desire to do something. The part of us that is bringing us down in a big way, where we're looking at the past mistakes or things that have happened to us, and those are the thoughts and ideas and experiences that are kind of getting in the way of us moving forward. Or just like naysaying, right? So that could be us. I think that's something I didn't mention the previous time the King of Wands showed up in another pile. But this feels like you're letting go of someone, or you're giving someone less credence in the next 3 months, 9 weeks. Okay, in the time coming ahead, let's say that you're leaving this person, even these people or a company behind, or an aspect of yourself behind. You're kind of over it. And you're taking action towards what you want to do. So some of this could be even something like you had big dreams for yourself and those dreams were not achieved. Okay, those dreams according to you were not achieved. And quite frankly, maybe even according to reality, they were not achieved. And you're doing a refresh of self and going, okay, I have to give up that previous dream that I really, really wanted, right? I wanted to be a CEO. I wanted to be married by this age. I wanted to have kids by this age. I wanted to have X amount of money in my bank account. I wanted to be this far ahead in my career or in my health, or like whatever the case may be, right? In your stability, in your world, when you compare yourself to your peers, you kind of go, oh fuck, like I really thought I was going to be ahead in certain aspects and I'm not. And there's something about that maybe for the previous, in the past, you've been thinking about that, right? That naysaying, shame, blame, etc. But now it's almost like you're turning a new leaf. So you may be abandoning, or rather leaving behind a dream of yours that you may have been good at, or a dream of yours that was not fully actualized, a dream of yours that was ill actualized, right? Like you wanted it, but it came in the form that some stuff was just too much, or something was too much. This idea here that I'm getting in general is something or someone was too much for you and you're moving away from it. Okay? You're moving away from something or someone or some aspect of you that was too much, too draining, just takes a lot from you, and you're moving away from it. Whether you're fully moved away from in the next coming time, the fact that it's showing up could be saying like you're really making like a decision point and starting over in something new with the Ace of Wands following up, or it's still sort of in your energy and still sort of inspiring how you're moving, right? Let's move on. The Ace of Wands. In the Ace of Wands here, we see, I don't know, some type of dragon. And this is you leaving a certain persona behind, a certain person. Again, like that's a real thing that's coming up for you, Patu. Leaving a certain something, someone behind, aspect behind, but taking what you can from it, taking maybe the blessing of that experience, taking the bare bones of that experience, and starting over somewhere else, or starting over again in the same field or in the same, like something like that. Like you're taking what is salvageable from the shit show and moving forward into something else. So you're starting something new in the next 9 weeks, 7 weeks, 3 months. Okay, you're entering into a new sort of impetus, a new energy, a new inspiration, a new creativity, a new motivation, a new path, with something that actually feels good to you and lights you up a little bit. Like you're actually like following those threads. At the very least you're guided to, but I think you are technically like really following those threads, and it is inspired by the past muck, be it person, place, thing, or whatever, like some noun. The past muck. This is an ornate wand. Okay, this wand, he's cute. This is an ornate wand, right? And the dragon is no longer sort of like, the dragon is like ever present with these sort of dragons over here, but they're more so symbols, right? Like, and in this ace, the dragon is very aware. The dragon is very in the actualization or the beginning of something. So there really is something that is starting over, something bare bones, a new path that you will be following, and it's nice. With the Seven of Coins showing up in the reverse here, it's giving me a story of things taking time. Okay, things taking time. Seven of Pentacles is still sort of like the Knight of Pentacles of just energy. But with this lady and just her general vibe and aura in this card, it just says it's worth it. She's been through some tough times. She's been through the growing pains, the seasons, the stuff. And I think what you're starting could have the potential to last a while. Something that could be something that is going to be fulfilling, but it is going to be work. It is going to be a lot of work. There's going to be collaboration that you may need to find to help you along the way. With people, organizations, and the like. Yeah. So we have the Two of Swords, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. This new thing that's coming your way is definitely, it's something that I think you keep hidden, something that you keep secret, but are now sharing with the world. That's interesting. It's almost like you might be sharing your bounty with the world and not so secretive. So now this sort of tells me that this is a new passion that may not be as new, or your previous thinking was to move in silence and not let anybody know what you're doing or something. This is 7-7 too. That's so interesting. Both sevens are in reverse. And sevens are the chariot, and chariot is about movement. So interesting. Movement cards, movement energies are in the reverse here, even with the Knight of Wands. So this seems kind of slow going. I think this influence is still present in your world in the next 7-9 weeks and 3 months. It's still present and does still sort of definitely guiding your actions here with the Two of Swords, and she's able to see but not see. I think this is going to be moving slowly as you sort of release former energies, people, places, aspects of self, in this thing that you're moving towards. I think when it comes to your money, also, you won't be as shy about saying, no, I'm broke, or no, that's not in the budget, or I think you'll be more vocal about saying, no, I'm spending less. Like, there won't be too much shame attached to your finances and what you're spending on and what you're saving for. I think you might be more bold in declaring, or just being able to say, like, oh no, I can't afford that, or no, I don't really want to like pick up this bill, or I can't pick up this bill, or I can't do this because I'm saving for this, or I'm doing this. I just feel like there's something there that could be a thing when it comes to your health in the next 7 months. And wow. In the next 7 weeks, 9 weeks, 3 months, maybe even 7 months, I think you'll be taking things slow and not hiding what you need to do for yourself. I feel like there's a sense of like self and personal ownership that, instead of blaming other people or using other people or experiences as an excuse, you're really standing in your own and saying, no, I can't do that, or I'm not doing that, or I don't have the capacity for that. Yeah. With this Knight of Wands in reverse, reflecting this Ace of Wands, I think you're moving slowly, but I think also when I see the Knight of Wands in reverse, sometimes I think it's commitment, right? He's someone who's in and out because he's just pursuing joy, he's pursuing life, he's pursuing creativity, he's pursuing this, that, and the other. When he's in the reverse, sometimes he feels to me that he's committed to something, like he's decided to stay at this camp and follow this through. So there's something that you're moving through, this passion that is going to be something that you're going to want to commit to. Okay. So I'm going to look at now what to improve. No, I'm going to look at what else is coming. What to improve. Okay. What else is coming is the Seven of Wands. So you really are standing up for yourself. To others and to yourself. Here's the thing. I'm picking up that yes, you may be fighting other people, okay? Like, you may be fighting other people, but it really, to me, it really more so feels like fighting the status quo. With these 6 wands here, these 6 wands are external validation, right? The 6 of Wands is kind of an external validation card. And we have the Devil at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I feel like you're fighting and standing up against the status quo and trying to actually find your way in the status quo. I think you can see a path for yourself, or you will see a path for yourself, or you will be wanting to find a path for yourself outside of the status quo. Taking that passion that you have, that thing that's starting in the next several months, weeks into months, and trying to go beyond what everybody else is doing. So I don't think you're following the crowd. I don't think you're following what you've been following. I think you're trying to pave your own path and standing as boldly as one can in that day to day. When it comes to, this looks like that celebrity guy. This looks like an actor, this man. I swear that actually is an actor. Who is that actor? He's got like a funny upper lip. He's like a unique upper lip. I don't know what he's been in, but I know he's been in stuff. I don't even know his name, but he looks like that one actor. Anyway, what to lean into, with this Lovers here, there's some choices that you have to make. Okay, and also people. There's something here about other people in your world and like collaborative efforts. And making sort of these long-term decisions for togetherness. And commitment. I think there's something here for you to lean into as far as commitment. And to watch out for your commitment. How committed are you to what you are going for? With this, I think it seems that you are committed, but it is it's another 7, by the way. That's so crazy. It's a minor arcana, which is still important, but I think it's a day-to-day thing. I think it's you facing day-to-day objections as you perceive them or as they exist. When it comes to love life, I think you're paving your own path, or at least you're guided to, and will be sort of taking your own path and following an unbeaten road. An untraveled road. But the thing is, I feel like this, intuitively, I kind of feel like you see a road. But it's not the road that the masses are taking. It's not the road that the people in your world have taken. But it is a road that exists, and that's the one that you're aiming for. Whether that's in love, for sure. That's what I'm picking up here. You're looking at you're looking towards a road that you can see and aiming for that. And also in like your passion, right? In your desires. That's something that you're doing. So let's see if we can get any advice. Okay, the Page of Wands in reverse. The King of Cups. Thank you. And the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Oh, you can't even see that. Okay. With the Page of Wands in reverse, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to clarify that. And the Chariot. Look at that. The Chariot finally came out. Amen. We were talking about the Chariot earlier in the reading. Listen, if this is your first time on the Loose Lemire channel, this channel, you need to know that Spirit does actually and indeed live in the House of Lemire. Spirit loves the illumination, and Spirit is always here. Intuition game is quite strong. We were talking about the 7 of the Father of Sevens, the Chariot, that movement, and it shows up in this form of this page. No wonder this page was just, I didn't get it. And I still kind of don't. I get the Chariot, but why would the Chariot subsidize or inform a page in reverse? This is telling me that your advice, little things are stopping, okay? Even though you may be starting something small, you may be starting something new, that doesn't mean, like, yes, have beginner mind, but that doesn't mean that you ain't shit. That doesn't mean that you don't have some experience in it. I think what this page is saying is you may be starting new, but you're not new. Okay, your expertise is not new. If you're starting a new business, that doesn't mean that you have to start off with lower prices or whatever. Do the prices that make sense for your skill level, for your offering, and for the project, right? Move forward, but move forward strongly. Move forward in not a small way. Like, don't let the stuff from the past or the stuff that you've been through stop you. Like if this is love, maybe you've had bad relationships or you haven't received a lot in your relationships, and you start receiving small things that really matter to you and you're like, oh my God, it's working. My work on myself has been working. That doesn't mean that that's all you can get. Like there's something here about aiming small. And even though you do have an ace, right? Even though you do have an ace and you are in a Page of Wands energy, you are a Page of Wands energy that you need to plan for the future that you are going for, not for like necessarily who you think you are now. I hope that makes sense. Plan for the kind of future that you want, not the future that you think you can have, right? Like there's in business, that's such a real thing because you set the tone for how like your clients treat you, how they interact with you. So set the right tone. And this is just basically saying like set the right tone. If it's in relationships, set the right tone. You may have come from like a battered relationship, a toxic one, or even just something that was not as amazing, but that doesn't mean you have to lead with that. You don't have to lead with like the craziness that's happened with you. You can step forward with the expectation of the things that you want. There's just something about that there. With the King of Cups here, the King of Cups is so funny. Anyway, watch your emotional state, okay? Watch your emotional state and caretake your emotional state. As you're moving through these next 3 months, your emotional state is going to be incredibly important, and where your power will be. Water can corrode, water can create. Okay, water can destroy, water can move. Water is a massive force. If you've ever seen, water and what it can do in nature and what it can do for our bodies, like water is a real thing and you have water inside you. So caretake your emotional body, caretake your intuition, caretake your physical body, and drink more water and move like water, right? Water doesn't have to always force to push down something or to destroy something or to move something. It just moves with consistency, right? And it fills up and takes the shape. So be flexible as well in your thought process and how things move forward. Be flexible, but definitely have like a goal in mind of what you're wanting. And you can have little goals along the way, until you can start getting a feel for what it is that you're wanting for your next 9 to 3 months, whatever. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, like truly big things pop in, little things stop in. Like little things are stopping, and you are very much encouraged to just stop little things. Like this is me giving you permission. The Chariot is giving you permission that in order for you to go for what you're wanting, to go in the direction of what you want, you can stop the little things. That you can stop harassing yourself mentally. You can stop singing that song in your head mentally. You're done. You're good. You can move away from someone that does that, or whatever the case may be. Like you can stop, and you can also do things slowly, bit by bit. Like that's really what it does. Like water can move things bit by bit. It can corrode something bit by bit. It can create life bit by bit, right? Moving with that flow. With the Ten of Swords, little things, big things are really stopping. Like you have reached your end, and there's a sort of a part of you is gone. And depending on the type of person you are, there's reflection that needs to be done in the parts of you that need to go. Like they're not helping you anymore. The parts of you that might be too harsh or too understanding or too giving or too sensitive. I mean, there's some sensitivity here, but this is like a mastery over your emotions, or a mastery, right? It's still human stuff, but this is you looking at like what led to this, like what led to you really thinking about yourself, what's led to this, and like doing those things, not dwelling in them and going, oh, I'm this kind of person. No, like if things have happened to you, what led to it, and are you acting against those things? Like, are you, if it's stuff to do with like health, are you taking better care of your health, or has nothing really changed? If it's about your love life, are you taking care of your love life in the way that matters to you, giving yourself what you want from a partner, or has nothing really changed? If it's for money and are you treating yourself the way someone who deserves a good life is treating themselves? Like, are you caretaking your finances? Are you taking care of your numbers? Are you looking at what you can do, where you can save, where you can get extra help or whatever? Like, what, there's been some like betrayals in your life, and some self-betrayals, some other people betrayals, and like what led to that? There's with the Ten of Swords in reverse, there's definitely some homework that you're doing, and that is causing a resurrection inside of you by you taking accountability, not blame or saying, oh, I did this, so I'll always be like that. No, but you saying like, okay, this is what has happened, this is what my part was in that, how can I improve? And sometimes it's as simple as, I mean, when I've done that, it's as simple as, okay, I just need to be more discerning on who I give my energy to. And as simple as that sounds, it's really difficult to be discerning on who you give your energy to when you're someone who's really out here just giving your energy to anybody that exists and breathes. But instead of getting rid of like a good habit or a good trait, because we don't want to get rid of good traits that were doled out or abused by us or others. You know, we don't want to do that. We just want to mitigate that. So anyway, I hope your next 7-9 weeks and 3 months are good. It looks like they will be, and have a lot of homework for you. So I wish you well and keep your light on, and good luck. I'll see you next time. If you reach to the end of this video, I want you to put a an emoji of a clown, if you can find one, like the clown emoji. All right, bye. Hey there, Pal 3. Pal 3, what is happening? What is coming towards you in the next 9 weeks? 3 months. 9 weeks, 3 months. This is a true heart intuitive tarot. We got, man, so many wands. Okay. You've got the Prince of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Swords. So what's coming towards you in the next 3 months is, well, the Knight of Swords is the bottom of the deck, and at the top of the deck you have the Three of Pentacles. You're kind of stressing out. I don't like saying that. I think in the current energies, you're stressing out over a few things going on in your world. Things aren't moving as fast as you want. You're not feeling as good as you hoped you would feel or expected you would feel. You're not in the positions that you like thought you would be in, or what have you, right? And in the next 3 months, you're slowly moving into that space. I think in the next 3 months, listen, I'm going to reshuffle this pile because there's something that has to be said in this pile. And I need you to hear me well. If you have given up, if you have drowned in your self stuff, okay, if you are public enemy number 1 to yourself, if you've given up, if you're swimming and breathing in self-pity and woe is me-ness and I will never be this, I will never be that, I'm not gonna, suffering over your own suffering, like either category of that, in the next 3 months, that's going to continue. Nothing is going to change. No one is coming to save you, because the person who would save you is you. I know you don't want to hear that, especially if you're in that space, because I get that. But the person that would save you is you, and you are at war with that person, or you've both given up, and nothing is going to change in the next 3 months. It has to be by your hand, 2929. For you, the Four of Swords here is talking about taking purposeful rest and moving. Stop. And this isn't rest as in like lethargy or apathy or not doing anything or not being anything. This is about true self-reflection and really looking at yourself and meditating on what it is that you want and how you can be your own Patronus. If you haven't seen Harry Potter, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But in Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry believes that his father is going to come and save the day. His father's going to come and save the day. His father's going to come and save the day. And it's not until the last moment that he realizes his father, nobody's coming. It's just him. And he has to be the one to do it. So this is giving me heavy Patronus vibes, where he has to be the one to save the person that needs saving. And the person that needs saving is you, because in that moment, Harry is saving himself by saving that other person. So for you, you have two people in the reverse. The Knight of Wands, who's the Knight of action and movement and the like, is stagnant. He's stuck. It's like his horse is stuck in the mud, or this bird has lost its fire. The Queen of Wands is unhinged. She's got unbridled power and it's going every which way. It's being expended here, there. So for those of you who aren't suffering over their own suffering, as someone who isn't in a vat of self-pity and swimming in it and breathing in it, for some of you, you're spreading yourself thin. Like, you're stuck in a place that in the next 3 months you will continue to be stuck with because you're not focused. And the way to get focused, the way to get the crown back on the Queen of Wands. I don't like seeing the Queen of Wands in reverse. It freaks me out because that's an unhinged phoenix. Okay, that's Jean Grey in her phoenix form, unhinged, untethered, just destruction. Nothing works. Too much energy going in too many places, and it's just setting a fire to the whole thing. Fire is necessary, like we need fire. But setting fire to everything around you, then you end up being burned because you're in the middle. And the way to do that is to focus. Four of Swords, to find focus, to find a steady point, to find peace. This could be using, central nervous system calming. You could use EFT, emotional freedom techniques. That's tapping. You could use breath work. Okay, you could use actual meditations to calm you. You could get into a spiritual practice or just a meditative practice, something to calm your mind and put the crown back on the queen to focus her immense power. You have power. It's just being wrongly used. Having said that, Spirit, and knowing that this person watching is going to do these things, what are the next 3 months looking like for my pal 2? Okay, pal 2, your next, your next 3 months, 5 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Temperance in reverse. Listen, you're still going through it, okay? But you're going through it in a way where you've looked at your life, you've looked in the mirror, and you've seen that the person that has to be the person that has to do the things is you. And with the 5 of Cups here, there's sadness, but I feel like it's also disappointment in self, disappointment in being seen, disappointment in being seen, disappointment in seeing yourself, disappointment in not being who you thought you wanted to be. Like, there's going to be a phase of what I hope is purging, okay? What I hope is a purging of feeling the feelings that you need to feel, that you haven't been feeling, that you've been avoiding feeling. And maybe you have been crying a lot already, but there's something deeper here that's sort of being shifted. With the 7 of Wands here, yeah, it does. It's you standing and being seen. Hey, yeah. It's you standing and being seen, standing upright and claiming your mini Queen of Wands energy, where you've shielded yourself from hits that just don't need to be there, right? And you're standing tall and saying, actually, I have accomplished certain things. I have been through certain things, and here are my scars. Here's my journey. And I'm standing tall, right? No longer hiding yourself, but saying, this is me. I've survived this, and I'm a warrior, and actually, I'm a badass. Actually, I've done well. With the Temperance in reverse, there's this oscillation of moving between these two energies depending on the fucking day. The Temperance was in a funky energy, and I didn't flip it to see which side was coming out, but this energy was very much and the Temperance is about chemistry, right? The Temperance is about alchemy. It's mixing two elements together, multiple elements together, earth, water, and just alchemical stuff. It's the chemistry stuff. So if you need to try breath work, calming down your nervous system, try subliminals, try meditations that tell you what you need to believe about yourself, or even get in touch with like a counselor or something, or some type of intervention that can help you get your physical chemistry right, get your personal chemistry right in the next 3 months. Because there may be some things that are off balance in your world, your being, that may need a third person, a second person, or someone else rather, just sort of expertly, by the way, a professional, moving you through these vibes, okay? And to help you get into an energy that is more stable and one that is more, like the 6 is missing here. I don't even know which 6 it would be, but any of the 6s really work out. 6 of Cups is good. 6 of Wands is good. Maybe. 6 of Swords, that's great. Who's the other one? 6 of Pentacles, that would be nice. But there's a balance missing here because you're just oscillating between different feeling states. So it would be helpful to get some help. Now, in other news, with the Temperance here, you have run out of patience for something and you might be taking the lead to do it yourself. The Lovers, the 6. Listen, if you are new to the Luz Lumiere channel, you need to know that Spirit lives in the house of Lumiere, okay? Spirit lives in the Illumination. We were just talking about 6s, and the one 6 I didn't even mention was the Lovers. And Spirit said, hey, you were right about the 6s, but the 6 that my person, my Lumi, in the Illumination, in the house of Lumiere, that is going for is the 6 of the father of 6s, the mother of 6s, the Lovers. True balance. The Lovers is about choice. Lovers is about choice. And I think this Temperance here, like I was sort of talking about, is you making some decision. I think what's missing here for you in the next 3 months, and what has been missing for you prior rather, and what will make the game-changing difference for you, is this purging that'll make you make a choice to stand up for yourself, to yourself, and therefore to the world that you've perceived. Because this is perception. Like, your perception is fucking you up. Period. You think the world is going to judge you. You think the world is going to think this and this of you. And therefore you don't do it. Because those thoughts are actually your own. When you change your thoughts, when you change how you're thinking, when you change your, physical chemistry, your mental chemistry, your emotional chemistry around things, your perception changes. And you're more balanced in how you see the world. And even if you look a certain way, or feel a certain way, or haven't reached a certain, whatever that is, when you make a choice to fight for you, to stand up for you, to stand up for your journey, things start moving in the direction that makes more sense. And there will still be this oscillation between 5 of Cups, 7 of Wands, this energy of of sorrow and sadness, but it's a purging, not a wallowing. It's moving you forward bit by bit. With the six of swords, with this lovers, you really are making a decision to choose togetherness with yourself, togetherness with others that makes sense for you and that you make sense for, and choosing to, it's like Teal Swan's completion process, like choosing to be one whole with yourself, accepting both the sad times and not having them take you down into a deep well, and being able to stand up in front of the world, aka the mirror of you, and say, no, this is who I am though. Like, yeah, this is who I am. This is me. So that's great. If you're still watching, that's great. We're going to get you some advice. I feel like that was advice though. But if you're still watching, put the emoji that has 2 hearts in it in the comments. Essentially, Pop 3, I feel like for you in the next 3 months, you're getting personal wake-up calls to move forward in your life. Like, you really are. I think you're going to reach a point where you're going to have to be fed up of your own stuff, whatever that stuff is, whether it's in business, in love, in life. Like, you're just going to come to a point where you're like, this is ridiculous. Like, what the am I doing? I need to get my shit together. And I think in that decision, that very crucial choice point, and continuing to make that choice every day, every moment, majority moments rather, that'll be great. Your advice, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, justice. Allow this process to be what it's gonna be. Slow, steady. Allow it to be that, because it's uprooting a lot of unfairness and injustice that you've shown yourself from yourself. Okay? It's uprooting a lot of the injustices that have even happened to you. There she is, baby, there she is. The crown is on and she is tethered. Fuck. Not tethered in a bad way, but the Queen of Wands is very powerful. Okay? And you don't need that kind of power just sputtering around. It's like an oily pot. You gotta contain that, like, so it can do its job in the pot. It doesn't need to have oil everywhere. This is great. It's going to take time to gather pieces of the crown to put back on you so that your energy is a lot more manageable. So give it the time that it needs. And there is going to be an uprooting of beliefs, an uprooting of how you see the world, the injustices that have been done to you, the injustices that you've taken and accepted, and then lived from that space of, this is what I deserve, low key. This is what I'm about, low key. There's going to be, you're advised to correct that and uproot certain beliefs. So maybe work one belief at a time. There's so many resources for for this type of work, for removing limiting beliefs. But first you gotta, see what they are, right? For removing beliefs that limit you. I'll never be, I'm not, I didn't come from, I have never, that's not for my people. Oh, this person could never, I could never, I'm not, like, why? Who's that helping? Nobody. It's not even helping you. Like, it's not. So those things, I'm the type of person that, insert negative thing here. What if you weren't? Uprooting some of those injustices and removing those weeds, removing those things that are no longer in alignment with who you want to be, who you are, and putting a cap on that power. And slowly, right, bit by bit, I think focusing on one weed at a time, focusing on one aspect at a time, If you want, you can look at like self-concept videos. You can look at belief videos. Try not to do everything at once, because that's still that Queen of Wands in reverse, unbridled, just all over energy. Pick a topic, right? I don't think you should. I mean, you could pick money, right? We have that, but you can also pick your physical body, right? And I think I would suggest picking your physical body and focusing on maybe like a week challenge at a time. If you can do another week, keep going another week of, body work, somatic work, whether it's breath work, whether it's movement work, like trying these different techniques, one technique at a time, one thing at a time, not all the things at a time. I'm going to work on my self-concept. I'm going to work on my love life. I'm going to work on my money life. I'm going to work on my blah, 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 blah. Like, no, just pick one topic and work from there. All right. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on, good luck. And I look forward to seeing them 2 hearts emojis in the comments. Or you can just put like a money symbol in the comments. Like a coin. I like that. Because it's bit by bit, It's bit by bit. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on and good luck. Bye-bye. Yo, what's up, Pal One? What is coming for you in the next 3 months? What is that? What's that? That's how my friend talks to her dog. What's that? And the dog gets so excited. What's that? What's coming in the next 3 months? Noise. See, I thought so. I hoped so. Anyway, listen, it's been a crazy pile. Listen, 4 of Swords in reverse is you're getting off that ass. Okay, you're getting off that ass. Justice, love to see it. And Knight of Cups in reverse. I think that's okay. It sucks, but it's kind of okay. Listen, 4 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Pentacles, the Sun. Ooh, I love that for you. I do. Ooh. 4 of Swords in reverse. This lady has a headache. Okay, and maybe even a tummy ache. I feel like this is someone who's tired of their own bullshit. But it doesn't even have to be bullshit. Okay, it could be real shit. Respectfully, it really could be real shit. But real shit can be bullshit, depending on how long we've taken it, and how long we continue to sort of believe in that story. Being tired is a real ass thing. But then this is someone who's like, let's say you've been tired for whatever reason. This is someone who, even as they're tired, they're now finding ways to like use their energy well. Or they're just tired of being tired. This is someone who, if you've had physical ailments, you're getting up and trying to do what you can with what you've got. Like, you're no longer stopping. You're no longer, allowing yourself to be stopped with this 4 of Swords in reverse. I think if you've taken a sabbatical, you're getting away from that sabbatical. It's a new day. The alarm clock is rung, and you're not going to hit snooze for an hour. You're going to get the fuck up, and you're going to go to work. 3 of Pentacles, you're going to go to work. Now, for some of you, if you have been ailing and struggling to do things on your own, you're going to be finding help. So the next 3 months, you're going to be finding help. You're going to be building alliances. You're going to be finding different like partnerships to work with. Maybe even getting like a physical doctor team, or like counseling team, or working with other professionals to help you realize your dream, or seeing where you fit in. If you're someone who owns a business, you'll be finding unique ways to market your business, or unique ways to like niche your business, ways that you fit, there are new ways that you fit, or even continuing ways that you fit in. I think you're tired of thinking, you're tired of laissez-faire, and that thinking process though was necessary. I think it's just you're done, like it's over, and you're now stepping into building, action, working together with people, building the dream, seeing where you fit in. You're being of service and receiving service, right? You're working together to build something across the time. And also we have Leo here with the Sun. So I fucking love this for you. Okay, like your work is being done and moving you towards yasness. You're being moved towards yesness. Excuse me, I don't even know what to say about the sun, to be honest with you. The sun is illumination. The sun is prosperity. The sun is your hard work. You're seeing a path forward. It may take some time, but you're seeing a path forward and you're happier, right? The sun is waking you up. I don't know what you've been through or what you're doing or where your energy's at, but there are 100% better days coming along. You're finding purpose. You're finding energy to move through. You're learning from people. You're learning from people. People are learning from you. And I think you can definitely see like a path forward. And it's just nice. Like, it's a good 3 months. It's a good 3 months. Let's get some more clarifiers here. Yeah, this is 3 of Cups, baby. This is party. King of Wands. Okay, listen, we started off these. Listen, the King of Wands has been dogged. Okay, the King of Wands has been dogged energy on the channel for a hot minute. Okay, it's nice to see my boy in the upright for a hot second. Listen, I think you might also be attending gatherings in the next 3 months. You're spending more time outside. I think you're finding more comfort in your body as well, taking better care of your body as well. Whether that's with a team or just working like with yourself, well, with a team and other people, I think you're being appreciated and acknowledged. With the 3 of Cups here, you're spending time with people. There's a lot here. Well, there's outdoor energy, right? I feel like there's outdoor energy. You're investing in things that make sense, in people that make sense, and you're giving yourself time to enjoy yourself. Also, your body, right? You're feeling yourself. For some of you, there's a glow up, or you're experiencing the benefits of a glow up, right? Like the rest or the little siesta that you took away from things is actually fruitful. Like you're seeing the benefits of that, or at least you're reaping some of the rewards because it gave you the downtime to sort of move through certain things, whether you realized it or not. And now you're like, oh, actually, there's something here that I'm going to follow. With the sun, yeah, I think something is coming to fruition. Yeah, something is coming to fruition for you. And there's something here about Leo season or a Leo. It could be another sort of fire sign as well. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, sure. I love this. I think the only thing we're missing here is, no, we have everybody. Swords, penties, cuppies, wands. Nice. You're like glowing up. Like, what? Yo, your next 3 months is litty. Can this be my pile? I wish this was my pile. Your next 3 months are litty. They're very social, in a good way. You're feeling yourself. You're honoring your body. You're honoring your skills. You're honoring your energy. And it's just the beginning. I think in a year, you will see the fruits of that labor. There is something here about time. I'm getting time here. Like this is just the beginning, or like this is the beginning stages. And in time, something will even flourish even more. And the King of Wands here tells me that in time, you will be able to see how far you've come. I don't like this fist though. Like, I don't like this fist and her mean mugging, but I think this could be really similar energy to just this 4 of Swords, of someone who's just been wound up tightly and is now sort of just experiencing joy, tapping into their kid energy and this youthful energy of just fun, of living in the moment and feeling good about it. Did I mention you're going to be feeling yourself? The thing with modern day self-care is it focuses a lot about the physical body. It's like manicures, spa days, baths. And while those are good, it doesn't talk about like the emotional self-care, the emotional self-love, the things that fuel us, the things that feed us emotionally. So you find people spending a lot for self-care. When really self-care isn't just about spending money. It is definitely about that, especially depending on the kind of care that you need as a person. But it's also about taking the time to stop and actually be with yourself. Whoops. Stop and actually feel your feelings for yourself, to yourself. Stopping enough to appreciate the people in your life and really mean that and like hold space for them as well. Honoring your gifts and not bad-mouthing yourself. Speaking greatness into yourself and not depending on others to do that for you. What is up with this King of Wands? This King of Wands is giving me vibes. Eight of Pentacles, motherfucking working on yourself, bitch. What did I say? Come on. That's not the vibes that it's giving me, but I think you will get busier in a year. This next 7 weeks to 3 months, you are developing something or you're being involved in something with other people that feels good. It's like you found your tribe, or you're finding a good group of people to spend time with, and you're feeling good, and you're feeding them and they're feeding you. And you're working hard. I fucking love this to you. Listen, pile 1. If you are new, you know that Spirit lives in the house of Lemire, or rather you don't know. You need to know that Spirit lives in the house of Lemire, okay? Spirit lives in the illumination. I've been saying there's something here about time. In time, things will grow even more, and you'll be reflecting back. You'll be pretty busy in a year. In about a year, or even by the end of the 3 months, no, not really. Like in time, you'll be busier. This 3 of Pentacles will turn into 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, I fucking love that for you. Please let this be my pal, Spirit. Now, please let this be my pal. Now. The 3 of Pentacles is going to evolve into an 8 of Pentacles, where you are a master of this craft. Right? My girl's doing this painting on the canvas, being instructed and following this model, etc. And now she's able to do it on digital. She's able to mock it up and expanded her business, or expanded her emotion, her ability to do the work. It does look a little stressful though. I'm not gonna lie. It does look a little stressful, and it kind of looks like the king stands alone. But I think, it is what it is, right? If you are focusing on your body, like, you're going to be a lot better at, like, you'll see the changes in a year. Start writing things down. Start, like, writing down what you're doing, what your daily itinerary is, what your daily plan is in a journal, and just make quick notes about what you're doing. Because when you look back in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, a year plus, you'll go back to the year and go, wow, this time last year, I was at the studio working in someone else's space, and now I have my own office, and I have people working in my office for me. Like, excuse me? Fuck, let's go. I'm gonna pull guidance for you for the next 3 months, okay? I think in the next 3 months, you're going to be happier. There's something going on. I think you found like your tribe. You found something that feels good to you. You found people that are making sense for you and helping you grow in a way that is definitely like poignant and specific, and like specifically helping you grow. But also people who are helping you grow by like just feeding into you in a way that feels good. This is people. This is not just a person. Or at least you're guided to find that. But let's see what your guidance is over the next 3 months, you know? Definitely to be more judicious. Now this is amazing. The Tower in reverse. There is a big change coming towards you. And Justice, the Emperor in reverse. Yeah. You're doing something different from what you've been doing. That Four of Swords is really out here speaking. Okay, so that Four of Swords in reverse is really out here. Now, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. We have the King of Swords and the Five of Swords. That's a lot of swords. This is your mental state. Your guidance is to free yourself from your mental state. This is definitely that Four of Swords in reverse. Did I mention that? Okay. This is what's going on in that Four of Swords because it's heavy. Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords is such a weird energy. It can sometimes be self-sabotage, but I feel like with this, it's like giving up the fight. With this Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're guided to give up the fight. There's some thoughts or some ideas that you've had in the past. Either you believe in like the competition is better than you or you are better than the competition. There's just some angst with the Five of Swords that you're holding. I wish I had kept the Four of Swords up because in that picture she's holding her head and she's also holding her stomach. We hold a lot of stress in our gut. At least some people do. I do. We hold stress in our gut, right? And even in our head, right? The third eye is there, the brain is there, the processing is there. The soul is probably even there. With the Five of Swords, I feel like you're stopping the low-key petty behavior that you've had or that's been in you or you're guided to. Okay, I feel like you are doing this because it's in the reverse and this is what I'm feeling, especially with the King of Swords here. Like you're being judicious about the moves that you make. You're being judicious and clear about what you want for yourself, and some of that stuff means letting go of like your own bullshit, right? Like letting go of, did I say this in the beginning of the reading? I think I did. Letting go and cutting through what's bullshit and what you can do about that bullshit. So if there are other people in your field who are better than you, if there are other people who have a love life that you want to have, if there are people who you're like, damn, I can't believe that person over there has such a great lover. I'm such a better person than they are. Even if it's fact, how come they get great lovers and I don't? It's like, okay, let's use that information and grow from it. Let's not look at those people and go, wah. Let's look at those people and go, okay, it's possible for them. What am I doing in my own world that might be hindering or challenging my love life situation? What am I not doing? What can I do? What can I improve on? What can I stop? Or what do I just need to accept? Like, whatever. I think you're just walking away from this like comparison. You're walking away from trying to like one up people, walking away from feeling less than, from feeling like people are trying to one up you, or like you're just clocking out. You're clocking out of whatever the things have been for you that have been like in you. I don't know what that is for everybody. I wish I could have more examples here because it's definitely more than what I said. It's like, I don't know, even at work, right? Like sometimes when you're in corporate, corporate can be so weird. You do something, but your manager says they did it, right? I was looking at this, but it's like you were doing it. And it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, what? And so then you try to speak up, right? You start playing the corporate game of you, or a colleague says, oh yeah, I did this or whatever. Like then you start playing the corporate game of I did this, I did this, I did this, I did that. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying these are necessarily bad things, but they're just things that like we use to like adapt in the world. And it's just kind of like you're clocking out. You're clocking out and leaving a situation entirely, to be honest with you, or you're guided to, because I just don't think it works for you. And also the aspects of you that come out from there, whether it's you shitting on yourself, whether it's you over exalting yourself, whether it's you being too humble, whether it's you not being humble enough, whether it's you just being too stressed, or you being too anxious, or you stomping on someone else, or you just being just like whatever the fuck that is, okay, that's going on, that has you roped in some way, right? Oh, the competition is better than me. I'm better than the competition. Why don't I have, like, whatever the case may be, like, I'm better than these people that I'm dating. Why am I dating them? That's a good ass question. Why are you dating them? Like, why are you attracting people who you think you're better than? They're not exalting you in any kind of way. Go somewhere where you think you can do better. Take that action step. That's why I'm saying this is not necessarily like bad stuff, but it's like petty stuff, but also not petty in like petty, but petty in a way where it's like these are small things that you can actually do something different about. I think you're clocking out from that. I think you're going, if it is like dating, where like, why am I dating people that don't want a commitment? And go to people that want a commitment. Like you're just clocking out from that kind of behavior, and allowances, and just mentally checking yourself and going, I think, no. I like this Five of Swords. for your guidance, okay? Clock out. Just clock out of crazy shit and like just okay. Eight of Swords is similar story, okay? The Eight of Swords is someone who's stuck. In this one, there's a way forward. Like there's a way they can come out. Okay? They don't know that. They're blindfolded and tied. I don't know if you've ever tried to walk while being tied up, but it's actually quite difficult. A lot of people shit on the Eight of Swords and go, you can just walk and get out. Use these swords to... Nah, baby, it's not that difficult. This is a death. In traditional tarot, the Eight of Swords would symbolize a death of someone, like an actual death. I'm not saying there's a death going on in your world, no, but this is an inner death to me that's coming up for you. You're in your guidance to get through these next sort of 3 months. This is an inner death. I think this is you being tired of the positions that you're in, and you may take some cuts, you may take some blows. I don't know. Here I think you're guided to pick your poison, right? Which scar are you willing to take? Because you're not going to stay in the same spot. That Four of Swords in reverse, that person is not going to stay in the same spot. She's just refusing to stay in the same spot. She's like, no, I'm done. I'm going to do something. Joins a group, gets into an activity, and this is a year later, their life is different. This is that choice point as well. Which pain are you going to take to move through and die to the part of you that's stuck? Right? Die to the part of you that's laying around or not moving in the direction that you want to be moving. Well, something's got to give. You can't have your dreams and your dumps or something, right? So is she gonna use the sword to cut herself free if she realizes she's got a sword? Either way, she's got to move around in her inhibitedness and try to find a way. Oh, ooh, I cut myself a little bit. That means this thing is sharp. Okay, I got a rope here. Let me start, cutting this out. Oh, look, my arm's kind of getting free a little bit. Wrestle her arm out, take her blindfold out, and she's good. She picked the poison of getting a little bit scrapped up, the chance of getting, cut up a little bit. But it's kind of worth it. Ouch, it's painful. It's painful to move. It's painful to take action sometimes. It really, really is, because you will get cut up sometimes. And you're guided to sort of pick your poison. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to be stuck or do you want to be released? Right? What's the discerning choice here? You get a little cuts and bruises. You get a little embarrassed. You get a little, you get very uncomfortable. You get a little uncomfortable. You get what are you willing to do here to get out of the stuff that you're in? Right? What are you willing to do here? And this is a thing that you really need to decide. What are the things that you are willing to do? Where are you willing to get a little bit embarrassed? Where are you willing to fall on your face? Where are you willing to get a little bit messy? Right? To remove the blindfold over your face and act accordingly and discerningly. I love that the King of Swords showed up for you as well in your guidance, because this is you using air energy. Okay, this is you using Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energies where you're discerning. You're thinking things through. You're thinking at even a higher level, right? You're thinking deeply, transformatively, and being a boss. Now, at the bottom of the deck was the Tower. I don't know if I showed this to you, but now it's making more sense as I've gone through these energies. The Tower in reverse, okay? This is something fundamental must change. Something fundamental is falling, but you sort of have to initiate some of that. Okay, I wish you everything. I really do. I want you to leave an emoji of a sword. Do they even have an emoji of a sword? If they don't have an emoji of a sword, I want you to leave an emoji of the sun. Because hell yeah, the magician, baby. Your manifestations are fucking coming through, as above, so below. We've got full energy. We've got the sun, we've got the Tower, and we've got the Ten of Cups. Listen, there's so much coming towards you. There's just going to be a little bit of discomfort, some pain, some... but honestly, nobody's even looking that hard. People are going to forget about it. All those things are in your head, but they are in reality. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely picking up some stuff in reality that's going to be uncomfortable for you, but you sort of have to accept them in your head first, and then when it comes in real life, you'll have to stand strong in those decisions that you've made, because that's going to be those cuts. That's going to be those slices, those uncomfortable, falling in your face in the mud because you were waddling, but you're still rolling around, looking for a way out. That's going to be some of that stuff that's going to be happening, that embarrassment or whatever the case may be. But or, you know, disappointing others, or whatever that looks like for you, baby girl, baby boy. I call everybody girl. Whatever that looks like for you, those choices you're guided to make them. It's not easy. All right. Humiliation is like a real thing. But once you accept it in your head, once you go, this is the choice I'm making, the outward reactions are you're so much stronger to stand in those outward reactions. I wish you everything, my guy. This was beautiful. I loved this reading for us. I'll see you next time. Bye. Keep your light on and good luck.